Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, October 15th, 2018. Thank you for joining us this morning. Let us get started. Friends of Mozilla for this week. Big thanks and props to tech speakers Eugenio, Flaki, Daniele, Giannis, and Cairo, who gave talks and workshops over the weekend in Germany, Italy, India, and Greece, and Austria. And to Karsten, Anjana, Manel, and Yuli, who will give talks later in the week. Tech speakers all over the globe spread the good word, and we cannot do it without them. So thank you very much to our tech speakers. Refreshing that wiki, because people always like to sneak on. I always wonder why this randomly becomes mobile sometimes. There we go. Upcoming events this week. On Tuesday, we have the Homebrew Website Club in Baltimore. That's the Tuesday exception to the Wednesday rule. The Homebrew Website Club Meetup is a gathering for people who build and host their own websites on their own servers outside the content silos that increasingly dominate our modern online life. Most of them are on Wednesday, and you can see this week is New York City, San Francisco at Mozilla SF, Seattle, and a virtual Americas hangout. They're about 2 hours, and there's a quiet writing session, and then sort of a hangout little, meetup where you can talk about what you're working on. So that's Tuesday and or Wednesday, and you should check those out if you have not before. On Wednesday as well, we have the Add-Ons Good First Bugs Triage, and that is at 8:30 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time in the ACE Video Room. If you would like to help our fantastic Add-Ons community grow bigger by getting new code contributors onboarded, by helping identify bugs that are good for first-time contributors, that is the purpose of that meeting, and you should click that link in the wiki to learn more about it. On Thursday, we have the Add-ons Show and Tell. That's in the Add-on Demos video room. If you made something cool related to web extensions or the larger extensions ecosystem, this is the place to show it off and tell people about it. Like I said, it's at 7:30 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, so it's very Europe-friendly for those demoing, and maybe you can make yourself a strong cup of coffee and join here on the West Coast. It's a cool event, and you should check it out. That is on Thursday. Just refreshing once more. Things go a little wacky. Cool. All right, looks like that is all the events for this week. So we will go right into our speakers. And our first speaker this week is John Shaughnessy, who's going to be giving our ET update. Hello, John. If you'd like, you can actually just scroll this here as well.
Okay. All right, so I'm just going to give the updates for ET. How do I...
have the IT one up first.
Oh, okay.
That is my mistake. That would have been fun, trying to say one word and read the other. There you go.
All right, so there are three updates for ET I want to talk about this week. The first one is from the social mixed reality team. And basically, we've been doing some usability studies with users, and what we found is that if people know each other, then they quickly deteriorate from doing the tasks that the researcher asked them to just goofing off in hubs. So this is some mixed feedback for us. I guess it's good, but bad for the researchers. If any of you are on a distributed team and you're doing weekly stand-ups or something in video and you want to give a spatialized conversation a try hubs.mozilla.com. Send any feedback our way, the social mixed reality team, because we are very interested in it. Second announcement is Pocket 7.0 shipped this week, which is really cool. There's the read aloud feature, the listen feature built into Pocket, which is powered by ET's Scout technology, the text-to-speech. There's a cool demo which takes 2 seconds to try. I encourage you, there's a link right in this update, to tell which voice is coming from a computer and which is coming from a human. I couldn't tell, and that's pretty cool and scary. So check that out. And then last update is from the Things Gateway. The Web of Things team has been really pushing for giving people control over their home devices. So they added support for motion sensors and door sensors and Apple HomeKit devices. And this is all along the road of letting people decide which smart devices they bring into their home and make sure they own the data for that and they don't have to give it to some third party. So those are the three things from ET. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, John. Sorry about that on-screen mess up. Next up, we have Jen coming remotely from KC, is in this case Kansas City.
That's right.
Nailed it. Awesome. Talking about the Responsible Computer Science Challenge. Take it away.
Thanks. Hey everyone, I'm Jen Beard and I work for the Foundation. I'm a program officer on the Fellowships and Awards team, which is Mozilla's efforts to empower people on the front lines of internet health. I want to share some exciting news about our latest awards track. Last week, as some of you might have seen in the announcements channel, we launched the Responsible Computer Science Challenge, which is a collaboration between Mozilla, Omidyar Network, Schmidt Futures, and Craig Newmark Philanthropies. We, like many of you, believe that with great code comes great responsibility. And today's software can strengthen democracy and connect people continents away, but it also can surveil us, manipulate us, and perpetuate bias. So the challenge seeks to address this on a systems level and will be awarding up to $3.5 million in prizes to professors in the US who are integrating ethics directly into their undergraduate computer science curriculum. So the idea is to train a generation of technologists who will ask not only what's possible, but also what's responsible. The challenge is being led by me and my colleagues Lindsay Frost Dodson and our Mozilla fellow Kathy Pham, our resident expert on the topic. Kathy's resume includes IBM, Google, and the White House. The challenge will be running from December 2018 through July 2020, and winners will be selected by an independent group of judges, which includes some big names in the world of academia and software. If you want to learn more, including looking up who those judges are, you can visit the challenge website, which is linked in the wiki and also is an easy to remember responsiblecs.org. And if you know anyone who you think should apply, please pass along the information to them as well, and feel free to send them our way if they have any questions. Thanks a lot.
Super cool. Congrats on getting this launched. All right. Next we have Asa. Next we have Michael Van Cleek in Portland with the Weekly Minute, as I'm shuffling around my agenda for some reason. How's it going?
Good. How you doing, Potch?
I'm doing okay.
Nice seeing you. Nice seeing you. Nice seeing Jen. I'll see you guys in London for MozFest. I'll talk about that here in a second. It's the Weekly Minute, weekly updates from Mozilla IT on the things we're doing to support and empower all of Mozilla in our mission to keep the web a global public resource, open and accessible to all. An internet that truly puts people first, where individuals can shape their own experience and are empowered, safe, and independent. We've got a couple good things this week. First of all, this month's IT Brown Bag presentation, which is open to all Mozilla staff and NDA Mozillians. It'll be Friday, October 19th at 12 noon Pacific time, available in the Brown Bags video channel or live streaming on Airmo. This Friday, we're going to have two things. The first half, we're going to have Dietrich Ayala from Emerging Tech is going to talk to us about distributed web in Mozilla, so that should be very interesting. And then the second half, I'm going to share some of the survey results and learnings from the IT hackathon. We had that hackathon about a week and a half ago, and we want to figure out what we learned about being an innovative organization and being a leader in that, both within Mozilla and in the broader community. So we'll be talking about that the second half of the Brown Bag, and I hope you'll join us. And then the second thing, a little promotion here. I'm going to be giving two presentations in about a week and a half in London on innovation. First one is going to be at MozFest, where I'm going to present how to innovate like a DJ, teaching people how to use some of the skills and thought processes that DJs use, some of the ways that DJs work, to innovate on the issues that affect the open web. There's going to be musical toys. I was trying to get something set up here in like 3 minutes to show you. We're going to let people have we're going to bring a couple different devices, and we're also going to have people do their things like whistling, singing, hand clapping, and showing people how they can remix those types of capabilities, and then turning that to how do you remix on thoughts to innovate, to create the new open web. So I'm really excited about doing that at MozFest. I'm also going to be DJing at MozFest, so woohoo. And then a couple days later, at the Software Architecture 2018 conference in London, I'm going to be presenting Enterprise Architecture, an astrolabe to guide the future, which is kind of a highfalutin name, but is actually going to be about the same presentation. The difference is MozFest is kind of presenting to everybody, volunteers, and huge range of people, and the Enterprise Architecture Conference will be aimed a little more, professional architects, software architects, technical architects, CTOs, things like that. So get to do the same presentation for two crowds. We'll stream the MozFest presentation on Airmo, and the architecture presentation will be available later. So hope to see you across the pond and talk to you about innovation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael. And now we have Asa here at Mountain View with the Firefox roadmap update.
Hey everyone. Firefox 62.0.3 is our current stable release. It shipped about 2 weeks ago, October 2nd, and fixed a macOS Mojave bug that was causing native dialogues to hang the browser. So file open, save file, print windows were hanging the browser. That should be fixed across all of our channels now. Firefox 63 is in the beta channel. Over the last week, we landed about 40 fixes into beta. We're on our 14th and final beta build, with 63 moving to release next week. So if you know of something wrong with Firefox 63, please get that in and flagged quickly. Firefox 64 is our nightly release. Soft code freeze is a week from today, so if you've got things that need to make it into 64 that are big and scary, they need to land ASAP. Let's see, over the last week, there have been about 420 bugs fixed in the nightly channel, including a new Add-Ons Manager. So if you open up about add-ons, you should see a new card style view that's really attractive. We've got WebVR enabled for macOS. Again, it's been on again, off again, but I think we finally got it sorted out and it's fully on. We now have an option to select audio output devices, and Firefox can handle system mail-to events on Windows. So if you click on a mail-to link in another application and you've got a mail app set up in Firefox as your default handler, it should just work. This is pretty exciting. There have been a lot of people clamoring for this feature over the last 7 or 8 years since it got reported in Bugzilla. And because I wasn't here to mention them, there were a couple of important fixes last week. Implement toast notifications for Action Center. This is native Windows notifications. So instead of using the Firefox created notification panels, we use the built-in system notification, and that should make things a little bit smoother for some people. Tab multi-select was enabled by default, and the inspector now loads up considerably faster. That's it for the Firefox update. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Asa. And last but not least, here in Mountain View, looks like we have Caitlin Nyman talking about the Featured Extensions Advisory Board. I'll pull up your blog post.
Thanks, Potch. My name is Caitlin Nyman. I'm the Add-Ons Community Manager for Firefox, and I'm here today to make an announcement to all of our wonderful contributors out there that we are now recruiting our next Featured Extensions Advisory Board for addons.mozilla.org. So board members serve a 6-month term with us, and every month they nominate and select which extension should be featured on addons.mozilla.org. Our featured collection is usually the first place users end up when they're looking for ways to customize their Firefox. So if you want to help them improve their experience, by adding features that can only be found in extensions, we encourage you to apply. You can find some information about how to apply and other duties of our board members by checking out our blog post. Applications are going to close on Monday, so we look forward to seeing your application. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Caitlin. All right, and I think that's all the speakers, but I will always refresh. Indeed. And with that, those look like we have a new hire introduction to make. So I will kick it over to Matt at the Pocket office. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Hi.
Great. Hi, everyone. This is Matt from Pocket, and I am very happy today to welcome Gavin Suntop to the team. Gavin is remote. He's over in Seattle. I think he's on somewhere. He might be able to wave hello. There he is. He can wave hello. Gavin is joining us. He might look familiar to some of you. The name might be familiar. He's been with the Mozilla Foundation for the last 5 years, and he is now joining our Pocket team to work with Scott Down and a bunch of other folks and all the wonderful things that we are doing within Firefox. So the Save to Pocket extension, the Firefox new tab, and lots of fun things coming soon. So welcome, Gavin. Excited to have you on board, and yeah, look for good things.
Wonderful. Welcome. All right, and with that, we are all finished for this week, unless someone pinged me desperately to say, please refresh the wiki, which they did not. Wonderful. With that, we are all wrapped up. Hope everyone has a fantastic week. I hope you keep on rocking the free web. See ya.